In this video, I'm going to talk through some imagery that you can use to help you with activating and relaxing your pelvic floor muscles. I'd suggest as you're doing these exercises, you're in a seated position, either sitting on the floor with your legs crossed or sitting on a firm chair. The reason for this is that this firm surfaces give us some feedback through our saddle area, so you can feel if you're contracting your pelvic floor muscles. So we're going to start off by thinking about timing these exercises with our breathing. We want to try and think about exhaling and contracting the muscles, and then as we inhale, we relax. We're going to try and hold the contraction for a breath cycle or two as well. So we're really working our slow twitch fibers here by trying to maintain that contraction for a couple of breath cycles, so it should be around 10 seconds. So our first analogy we're going to think about is imagining there's a zip going from your back passage round to your front passage, and we're going to imagine we're doing that zip up and then we're going to try undoing that zip. So just sitting in a comfortable position. You want to feel like you're sitting fairly centrally as well, so try not to lean too far back, not too far forward, so you should feel like your saddle area is in contact with the chair or with the floor. So we're going to take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, imagine you're doing that zip up that's going from your back passage round to your front passage. So breathe out, do that zip up, breathe in and hold. Breathing out, and then as we breathe in again, imagine you're undoing that zip. That's it, undo that zip, let those pelvic floor muscles relax. So that's our first thing we can try imagining to help us engage our pelvic floor muscles. The next one we'll try is imagining that we're lifting or drawing up a blueberry using our vagina. So again, just make sure we're sitting nice and centrally. We're going to try and time it with our breathing again. So again, on the exhale is when we're going to think about picking that blueberry up. So let's take a breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you're picking that blueberry up with your vagina. Breathe in and hold it there. Breathe out, keep it there. And then as we breathe in again, just imagine you're gently putting that blueberry back down again. So that's our second one. The other thing we can think about is imagining we are holding in wind, and that can help us activate our pelvic floor muscles. So again, just check we're sitting centrally. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, just imagine you're holding in wind. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, keep holding. And then as you breathe in, just release and relax around your back passage there. And then last one I like to try is imagining you're sitting on a tissue. And you can imagine your tissue is in kind of a diamond shape. The front of the tissue is attached to your pubic bone. The two corners are attached to your sitting bones, and the back corner is attached to your tailbone. So imagine there's a tissue there. And so we're going to think about drawing that tissue up towards us. So you can imagine those 4 points of view, so your two sitting bones, your pubic bone and your tailbone, all drawing in towards each other to lift that tissue up. So let's time it with our breathing again. So breathing in. As you breathe out, let's draw that tissue up towards us. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out and keep holding. And then breathe in, release, and let that tissue float back down to the floor again. So hopefully you could feel a bit of feedback to feel that you're getting some activation around your pelvic floor muscles when we're doing those exercises. Remember, it's just as important to work on relaxing your pelvic floor muscles as it is to contracting them. And when you do your pelvic floor exercises, you should be doing those long holds like we just went through, holding for about 10 seconds or so, but also try and do quicker holds to work those fast twitch muscles. So think about really quickly putting that blueberry up and putting it down, or doing that zip up and undoing it really quickly. So thinking about it in that way, as well as your slow twitch, getting your slow twitch fibers working. So give those a go, and hopefully you found that one of those ways of thinking about activating your pelvic floor muscles work for you, and fingers crossed you can feel that you're really getting those muscles activating and working. If you're not sure, it's probably worth giving me an email, and then we can have a talk through and see if it's worth you booking in for a one-to-one appointment, or contacting a pelvic health physio who's in your local area if you're not local to me.